Awurade ma chiremu enso mutime ntiase ye Awurade Yesu manfo ya adwene wo ma anye comprehension adwene ne wo fom etime chiremu o mu ntiase tinese mja wo mo doma hene predua na hene na nanu mi kopie mu aye achim dawu aye atwere so achim twere so na mko ye Awurade da sebre wo jima baba ye kofi na memhunu se akamfo ne ti nkomo na meka na se safin akamfo ne nkamom ye ade ba ko wo mu ye achimfo no se meko ye na chiame so achim dedua me di atade aba ye da sebre ni wo ye na mse akwa boka ni wura ni tua edise bobo meka wo da sebre nim dia ene ye wo abetua na moye nso na ayi da sebre esa ye duanani na aduanani nso mesi ye aduanani ofiri kokofo admasa tia na mka kire da sebre se hadem dim trim de se mesi ahimfie ni aduanafo no ma ahimfia edisa na mkopia achimobu akwanso na no na sonafo wo mati kwotse obi anim na me no mo de adi agrosa ni enya hunu ni sa de odu ba bia otrim yodo wo ya yukuni wo fantimemu wo ya yukuni wo achimo wo ya yukuni wo asantio wo ya yukuni wo ye rawra he for ba bia wo ya nua ba ko na me ko mabom no we ya da kan revolution na manfo ntiase wasafo be kan bum sehwefo be kan bum ye nyina ha de ba ko enzema kotoko ye be kan bum the akan revolution has started why Dek, oma tetia kamfo ni mu. Sunyane fo ye nua. Mono fo ye nua. Asanti ye nua. Saa na ni nyina atie. Wa betiti mu Nyankopɔ twedi ampontua aka. Wa betiti akamfo ni mu bia because wo pese odi omo so no. Nana no munkun. Munya akamfo no munka mu no mu ye nuafo. Mokofa ye Kofi Awu no. Mokofa ne 1970 mokofa book ba ye. Na mo ye say divide and rule tactics. Mbaka kwan ambati ada cancer no. Efra santifo ho. Ene ye ne abie minua ba ko bi ne nam wo ye bunu ni na se kutu se ba bia yi wo se wakodi ma me bia ma no asante banku de odi wi ontimi nkamfo no bio ne fa bia na ye ne ade ne edi ho abro eno aso me hu minua no ba ko enzimafo ma fefe bi na enzimafo ne ye se we de ye enya asante akande ye enzima akande na nigye bia na ye me yi akamfo no wo be kan bom afa mu ka bom wi a na munua ne nkrafo munua ne anwonafo munua ne dagombafo munua ne nzima ye nyina de ba ko ne mo matete akamfo ni mu na me ye revolution akoma bom me ka mo bom wi a na afa ye di aka no so asa aka ho why modaruma mo ma me kwana me nka me nua no mo agoja dem ka dase ebise kwawu fo no mo firi mampon abenefo no mampon no mo firi eti asantefo sanso na akosu asawa adwaben ya wo firi new dwaben ya oyeyi wo mo nyina asantefo wo mo firi dwaben o dwaben ana baaye ti ade ba ko mbeko mo chi dem ka dase obi abeko na chi achimfo yi kotokufo no firi bomfa bomfa asante achimbomfa ta mo dudo mo firi adanse ana ombe pie mu o ye bomfa na ye no asonafo no wo mo nso ani wo mo nuan mo adwosofo ana ofen so eti achimobu akwafo mo nuan adwoso na fen so ti ade ba ko eti obi fira achimobu akwa oduru dwoso obeda free saa so na obi firi kokofo oduru doma hina yimfi obeda free saa na obi firi ye kan say kumawu ana agogo ana sumanya wodru odawu hina himfia obeda free aduanafo no ma himfia munya hunu we ya mo be ye okay mamomo mfa nkuro ntitie mu ade wanchifo ade ba ko ade enkuransa ade ba ko makawi we no mo mpeso mbete ye be kia ho abom Awurade ye be ka bobo na akamfo sikafo no munya nsem hunu no na mo organize match afa emfante ne asante mo wi an mo bom fante ne ye nsema na mo bom nsema ne asante mo bom de be kia nyina bom all the can state put together why mo fa musika ne nyaade papa ne ka jenya nso abiam danso ye na nanu be hira no sika ni ba ko nim nyansa kuremu pa akanka bomu sikani ba ko nim nyansa pa ne kabem da so Kofi Agyei mi ana me ba no nim nyansa papa precisely etieskafo no amaka wa kamam no monkeka mu nuanom mom amunyansa mfunu no amodi a modi ni nyina da ne agasefo ayi ni ewron roso ne ayi maka wonti ase amabu afa yenko Kofi me yenko ne ade nene nsam ni general bebre
videos no
dani E-Levy buy me entie do mo kafa why yentie do mo kafa yentie.
This debate is not even about E-Levy. It's about who stands with the people of Ghana and who is against the people of Ghana. It's as simple as that.
First reason why we are against the E-Levy is because it is deception. This is not what we were promised. The second reason why we are against the E-Levy is that what is it? It is theft.
I'm disturbed for a simple reason that I cannot be part of a taxation that seeks to target the poor person.
And one of disappointment to realize that government is introducing an electronic levy. They are giving a tax relief to the rich and taxing heavily the most impoverished persons in Ghana.
What is preventing President Akufo-Addo from withdrawing the E-Levy in Parliament, suspending it? And because consultations when you know more, you know, and at town hall meetings, it's fake.
Yeah, and the brain home. It's way more than a year can't we know. And on by no money be a 2 petrol so. Now E-Levy the net target here for when is the conform a target home. Petrol need the anyasa. Dani, deck. Your money through petrol so no. Your ton war a year trasako. And also here for ya. Nemo mam for still a mope 1 city. A chain E-Levy no. Mama mam for India. Kill a betia. Now, some man for any yanti or money batiano. Now, more we chrome for. Send them come on, money by and say, Ibrahim, Mama, for you good. Most or some good, no. Was this any? It made this uncle money. You drew up the more can make Mecca. Kofi. One more and almost say, you can't say, Igbo need being swabba. Will be critic kingdom. What is the position of the law? And Manana Sede, the warrior and a Chelsea, interior minister, and you didn't come away near so Pamwa branch. Deportuno. It was the Citizens Act in War. Act of 2000, Act 751, 759. Nina it will be anti-medicine, and the bedding common Evino. Ghana for Nina Mubayoki. Lecturer number. Maybe didn't come out. Some more near Diano. America for the banner 2 visitors. Maybe can so could you try black wine? It trims a mirror of justice. The one America for you and the Becca Koreano. I fed and the war through to trio. And Nivras would not tribute. A fear January doom. A fear Janadum. Ban no Ekuonaba. Mekani a dimatum. Hey, now one more you almost say, your friend say, small scale miners. Almost so come. Said they say some jam fee at a gold knob war for. No, Mamma Canwa. Akusia, a general. Mekai. No, Manti. After one more come, said Yabe. You, Munyan say ya. Tea about this uncle when you're not sure. And the same quad Masakoda. Akokora. Makoema Fusu Kakra. Makodi my handsome Kakra. No, my politics Kakra. My coma just said, Mosa Yamia Beba. For the people. A general, Uber raising me on. I didn't see. Contompua by Jandam for by Jandama by Omo headquarters. Propaganda flow. I hear for NDC for okay, hold on. Where are the NDC headquarters? And a second floor on the actual day. Propaganda department. And I'm going to someone Jandam. And one more department propaganda. Yenchi.
Politicians,
Dan is above you.
I swear. Politicians,
and when the NDC headquarters and a propaganda department na mumfa ba yi na additional na munhwe propaganda mania asemo anya no kure na abeka ma na ye no kure na me ko bia ni kira adasa ne sa asem no sa rantie na adasa di me matem mo nkwasiafo
propaganda second
dek bibie manfo ne ni ebie na fi ewia ne abedi matem another reason why biwa why ya
NDC for no
why biwa
for ni kim sa we man bia oye dollar ho propaganda na CC ni so sa koma isi a o kim say
dani obi ya dollar on propaganda
man ni kim
any ahwe any ahwe say o kim say
NDC ungrateful
ungrateful
pulling agents now, Mudi Omokot now. So when you're pulling agent, Mobadio Mudin, Nemuni Omakasada. Well, but two Abanetia, members in Ankasa, party for NDC for Nankasa one to Monko Brekumano for Namonkoye, Montrasin Jimmy, Monkona Monko, Chairman said, look at ya. Go and check what is happening on the ground. And yes, Rabna will lose Nebea Mudasiama. Omo influence from Abuso kan Kokompe atia som Kokompe and one more off Kokompe for na say one person will be one and this no grow hobby because of idea GR for the year one more tete Baba Sadek tio and na modern call for Baba Sadek entertainment then am Yama Baba Sadek. How can you people be so wicked today mo ya ko win seat e from 1 year. This is the president and Kasako no door to door. Oh, to me, you're the answer for the to me. Yeah, Griggy, move from Mabina, bonnet to me now, but there be people were working behind a month for year, Juma, a month for year, Juma. He says some of the dormers and a man dormers. Do a rabbiner, some of my rabbiner position.
Universal. Abranti, yeah, but two about me who said no year, Jumapa. Now, Oba as neutral, and I am a hard gun. What's a mimi, my name is Okatakyie, Namidi MPP in Diamepe. Where would be that son is only neutral? I fear we are no more, where more some chairman or medical and cratch from the MPP no. And they say, watch them and this in Wakao. Yeah, you should not care. You will be a Ekuonaba for it was a formunia 6 months, no, a formunia. Domain market for no. Okay, Nampany Fobu, Bessa de Akushia Kana, or Chain or Bebre. Nabomophone, so who why, Papa. Nayankan sister say, yeah, expose waha. Efa a ambulance service, and then you bring a Pamu ambulance service. We are here to serve the people. Yeah, the doctor, Sansa, at the announce, monkey records, no. Yeah, can't have be and correct records. You are ambulance service, you in some way the buyer. Yapamono.
More fire.
Now, my car sent me 3-4 months ago. And they have a man for no hunu. Say, baby, I'm a chairman hunu ye. And I feel a man for more huna more can once.
Exactly.
Muntiam you. Na me cano crena actually.
Precisely.
You know, where is me? Na Kasongo, you see a kotoka man.
40 feet
container. Samija mfia kotoka man. Danny. You one can pay some minimum say, Yana Same Asimano. If it's what talk Camry, Sana, you by inference. You walk and Yana San walk on what talk Camry, a man. Yentino, Yente Kasungo. Danny Bome. Bo video no. Danny Bo video in near Kasungo. Why? Such a cheap guy. What we are seeing in our camera.
It's my bambe me cat tape from where my light one be war. Okumangra. Yamia da Roma. What you see? Inti when you ever be who ejuma no. And my baba to a brute. Me be me kai who ejuma kakra. Me be who ejuma. Obi antia lawyer Sami Jemfima me. na won kan chen se okumangra me da na se papa nyame won hira no na won ye me to iti mabambe me ka tape ho adwuma light one bi wo ayi okumangra yame ada roma what you say nti we ni ye ba be ho adwuma no e no maba be to aburotu me be ye me ka ho adwuma kakra
yo Danny Nifiso, such a cheap guy. So all it takes to put a smile on your face at this age is a Toyota Camry. All the noise. All it takes to put a smile on an idiot's face.
Precisely.
It's Toyota Camry. And there's the character who goes around insulting Okatakyie Afrifa all the time. Such a character. Dek. Kwasi yo. Debi ya wo twuma da pa no. Chese de be me na ni age Toyota Camry. Na sameja mfi ne toma wo. Sameja mfi ni pay ni esen. Bi wa chance chese ye $10 ni ye check car. Me ni hweka. Debi. They such a character. He sits down and insults Okatakyie. Ufu say. Ewa brak Toyota Camry wachena me bufu ametumi atiska atobi ache wo. Wachena me da sori na bufu ametumi ati Toyota Camry aboso aye 300,000 Ghana cedis. Metumi atobi ache wachena. Ofu sei. So na no didi me matem. Wo sei.
Ade fo pa.
Ade fo ni be ma.
Osanso koyekati.
Okoyekati bufu.
Oyekati.
Kasogu. I don't know as I say yo. Bago bi atade na hye me no oba bi ne pam ye no de abeche me. Na your friend is just be. And why you no skate chempo asem dodo. To apam ba ko bi ne yi na. Ba ko bi opam the military general for the we MPP for the no on the 19th and me hye. Na military general am gina mu. Ai ye ko ho. Bibia no e be stop it. Na be say just be pam atade ma wa. 0243 008 119 0243 008 119 eti corner just be mpam bi show why and enra no momo deliver ye kama
fire
ne sa no ofe pa wo ba no apam ne sa no we anwumere sim wiam kotena ba bi man say be wie sei why General
oine
ma wie yanko ya samso na first topic go see am fa de here
eja okayo say traveling ban ebe kan.
Okay, so first of all, me ba can send me more say video no. Then if you have the video, some 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks ago, me can be chiram say ade na okuje try ni trimu say mirror of justice. Any America for na year. Yet you say na Donald Trump e ka say we yi USA de free Africa for. Ana is one chiase. Mami omoko so they will hear from us. Yes, hey. Chai wo ye no. When South African president in South Africa. Okoye Donald Trump Jojo no. Yatiana Mama so na no akotum Donald Trump ade no de nyansa bia ni say hey. Munya de mo ye no na mo kura diplomatic passport. Eti de mo ye na nka mo. Kwasi manu. Ya mansa. One be kan wo.
Precisely.
Yaka omanti. Okuja to ablakwa. Yatia was your makoklo si Washington deben. That means hey, diplomatic circles we don't behave like that. When you behave like that, that means you are being hostile towards the host nation. Maybe can you na manfo ni twa madapa. Muntie de meka na no why muntie kakra na kasa mabre. Muntie travel ban. Say now the United States are banning countries be say mo mumura ho. And they say almost say review 36 countries. 36 countries and Ghana to 16. Trump administration considers adding 36 countries, including Ghana, to its travel ban. Why na nti say wa wo pa America akoro. Say Trump the Ghana for kan wa wonya bi nko. Munu ya no mo ho nsusu wo ba Ghana ontimi nko bio. Donald Trump ade a wo pese wo ye no no. Ani ebusa say na ade na wo pese wo ye sa. Dani you America ya wo pa ko nya bi nko. America show the heaven on earth. Hey, wonko bi amobi nkika ngwase asem nkyerɛ. America nko, wo mama nko. Yo, Danny bra back. Fenti when I'm kokaye. Se ban ne beba. Kofi di woman say. Your friend be a non-immigrant visa. It be a B1, B2. B1, B2 near the all call for tourism. The all call for business. Any idea? Who we answer you cater ni K2 ne one. Na students tieni ho. I had ne hard granny. 10 years. B1, B2 no. Meme J media somewhere 2020.
Exactly.
First one. And only a amount of 5 years. Multiple entry. Nemo moye entry bianwa. Obedi 6 months. No abanwa sa ya another multiple entry. And yes, so kuja to krata. So in diplomatic circles, we have something called reciprocity.
Exactly.
So reciprocity in said you will behave towards us and said you behave towards you. And Ghana for America forward you say. Oh ya ni adieno. Ya no oh free oh ya American na wo ba. Ya ma 5 years multiple entry. And America for so ma 5 years multiple entry. Ya so kuja try in the true say mirror of justice. Akọ krata say free na de kono. America for a year in Yadia, or mobile almost 3 months, single entry. TNO, America for bar, or almost 3 months, single entry. Single entry is a Saudi visa Nina Kokrumo. Now Pio Krumwa, won't me fan Kubio. Nemum de Kramenwa, man who say Yamincha, the Nanu Yana Sakoji 5 years. So, South 5 years, we went to me the acquire 5 years in a person. Multiple entry. And the America for say, and I'm Okuja to a black one. Any president behavior, any vice president in team, all non-immigrant visas, all non-immigrant visas, B1, B2, K3, Deben, Yinano. They say Yabama Teremam Sepe. Nemo may a single entry. First in the amount of 5 years, multiple entry, and no kuja trouble black behavior. Near to one American senator be, Eko churo be between the social media, and no kuja to the foreign affairs in social media chance who wouldn't with them. Me who yanka the number 1 diplomatic agent of this nation. How you kuja trouble black? Aki yanka saka sabasa. Okuja to black say American Senate be akwa bibi no akwa churo brofo na we are sovereign nation na sovereign day na dem you can dictate to us sovereign nation so you are to about ogeism mo dia want me and declare our stance o sovereign no yenda bay okuja to so you sovereign nation da bay the brofo akwa churo any o name am kwa in diplomatic circles so we are foreign affairs minister you are not on the same rank with any senator of a nation. Because the number 1 diplomatic agent is the president, followed by you. And in diplomatic circles, you say, grow at the pain. It will be a president or deal with the president of another nation, or be a vice president or deal with the vice president of another nation. Whereas if you're a foreign affairs minister, by diplomatic immunities and diplomatic circles, you only deal with the foreign affairs minister of the nation. And so could you trouble or to social media obia can be no responding. What kind of diplomacy is this? What kind of wacky diplomacy is this? And then they had going to say, you were J1 and F1 visas and M1 visas. And will be a walk suyandi and ye demano and canteteno. And apart from some way, we know. Nanka uko suyandi say 1 year or 2 years old. Yamau a yes, 1 year no. Near multiple entry. And no kuja tonse muna wako dinti. America force wo kwa kusua dio unkosua dio J1 visa F1 visa you be ma 3 months single entry. It is a wo start school from August our university Temple University our Harvard our Henfa nase from August September 1 month October 2 months November 3 months meanwhile school ebe wie as a December. But per a year okuja 20, and then you are supposed to go up to November, come back and come and reapply. You are not even sure the date I had the amount. Okuja trouble ako. Catch your mama one of the people will be good no. And no okuja trouble ako enti. Student eko American University nyina. 3 months as well back. Now sabe reapply. Na me no kase kurani even so benya even date. Ubenya date kwa kufi eyasemo. Enipa nya date. Suku bebie wa America as of August. But the no kosa okupe date. Sometimes unya year October, unya no December ni ade. And no problem in Yanso Binui. And no could the behavior. Me no case America force we student when you student. Ombema a year 3 months with single entry. And because of reciprocity. Said you behave towards us and sign you behave towards you. It's more America akono. Want to margin. And the makaha. More pescua qua. Kovi. Nani mumranche maba we pescua ko. How could you try block your chance? Catch them say no could you. We don't do it in diplomatic circles. Kasaba saba. Be able to say why campaign. Semhunu. Now we are a sovereign nation. Sovereign nation. On paper you are a sovereign nation, but in reality you are not. Sovereign nation by. Who sovereign nation there by the way?
Sovereign.
Mirror man.
Buga sa.
Facebook.
Etina o pesku akwa. Obenya 3 months. Single entry. Obi. Yeah.
Akwa dia asema ba o. Akofa sema ba.
It's a serious issue.
Exactly.
Business. First, 5 years. And then because of this behavior, when you saw business here, baby reapply. Visa fees. First, 5 years. Visa fee 1 for 5 years. And then because of that, 3 months, visa fee.
Reckless.
And visa fee now go to your media 2,300 Ghana cedi. Yes. It's every 3 months to be so cocoa to your visa fee. And Oguja Trablakwa, watching an emergency meeting. You need to have a meeting with the ambassador of US. Because Saudi Weber blocked the chances of a branch and Mabo Mupesku. And Ogophobia file when your school did that. Don't do that.
Exactly.
Don't do that.
Precisely.
What you are doing, you owe your mum for. Because in Crawford filing your school, you are denying them access with your behavior.
Exactly. So,
not fire.
I never know.
Reckless man.
I never knew man amoyan tantantas. I remember when. Deck. I remember can come back on Bunsan.
Not fire.
As a social media about telling Soko, and we've partnered with this. There be our partner with this one partner. And so when you Makura was warrior. And we've partnered. Create 2,000 jobs. You're creating jobs in social media and showing you reality.
Been the form. Been the form. Adwuma bi eni fomo.
Ejeba no kofi ejeba no ejeba no.
Na real.
Okuja troni ma we na mo so amamu kankan we so. Ya nyama basa.
Reckless people.
More fire. I bend them all.
Etimu amopa America akọ. Baby edu no why?
More fire.
No, I'm telling you. And it's a serious issue because of students. Because of students. Imagine when you're university, now oko, near so called 3 months single entry. It will not do one time our faithful self free or minimum bra. Never reapply. As to date, I be saying you for a year appointment require some before. What kind of nonsense is this?
Reckless.
Country I won't see.
What Yanam catch us and you never mad Samaba. That's why you're hostile bit towards America because I know Kwame Nkrumah nation and Kwame Nkrumah. Kwame Nkrumah cancer and the foreign policy was we neither face west nor east. We face forward. It's why Kwame Nkrumah nation. You are becoming hostile towards Americans because Mojo is so beautiful and you're a for and you're a comrade for. Same funu. I never know.
Fire enough.
I never can kind of moyana sa. I will be anti Casa. I never know. I was just I never can come on moyana sa. But my students and watch it almost. I never know. Deck.
Fire.
A school for no bachelor home, and that's where my warriors. I never know.
Business force.
Already Nankas even so many appointment date. I quite watch me. School be August. And no back American there's a backlog. Appointment in October, in November, in December. And by this time you should have engaged the American embassy, the ambassador, and tell them say, what do you mean? Some friend would you? What's I'm so waiting in a wood in social media.
Fire no.
And I'm no senator biaka. Na a foreign affairs minister. You are not on the same level with the senator.
More fire.
I never knew my phone where you
Fire no.
Me who ye ka foreign affairs minister of America and a can be no akwa yina no. Secretary of State, U.S. Secretary of State, and I can be no akwa yina. If say you are on the same pedestal with the U.S. Secretary of State. I never knew diplomacy can kind of way and son. I never know. Diplomacy can kind better. I was just say
no.
You can saw your foreign affairs minister. It's a good deal. That's not a joke. Now what is social media and I would do foreign affairs in social media. No, I could no make calls. And I may call from hello, is that you? What you man know? What you man know? I never know.
More fire.
You're right, your mama. I call you. I'm telling you. If you're so person who know he need to more someone, this is the guy who is dealing with a foreign countries. And on the international plane, you know you can never do away with America. You know. No matter how you guys want to tilt towards the Soviet and China, you can never ever do away with America.
More fire.
Never can kind of. I never know. Okay, today never can come better. Me and me you for some sort. Come on, get serious. It's a school for the medical school.
What your school fees in
your school fees, you know. That's many Abra make any idea someone.
What ya? What ya? Scarlet quarter.
Maybe you have $36,000 and in a China for 1 year now what would this watching a meeting with the American ambassador. Let us revert this thing.
Precisely.
More fire.
Told him.
More fire.
Uniform on the fast our brand to be as well as we Igbo king or said the and if I remember to so and I drew her now I come from market because I want him to hear what we are saying. We are a nation of laws and we are very courageous people. We are not people that can be walked over anyhow anytime. You don't come to our nation and begin to behave the way you want and expect that we will succumb to this nonsense. What is the position of the law? We've lived with our brothers from Nigeria time immemorial, more than 100 years. How's that for Nikrumwa? Now I want to build my easy one. And to think that he even calls himself a doctor. Let us find out. School Ben will call your friend or doctor. JTech for write to him and ask him. Which school did he attend that he calls himself a doctor?
Fire no.
We've been free, we've been living peacefully with our brothers from Nigeria. All of a sudden, you are becoming impulsive. You are imposing yourself on the people. And the people naturally will rebel. What kind of nonsense is this? Now, young go back in year Shadia. Ekofi 1970. 69 year Tuaba. And he had the Buzia Ebai. Buzia by ne Ekuonaba Papa. Ekuonaba Papa na ne ye a executive secretary, a president. And Buzia prime minister. No one no buy no say. Ghana no Nigeria for na Jiafa. Sasa time nkroma ye no say ne one Africa ne de benje. Eti ne ye bode ye bie ne sa na Nigeria for ne. Me no ka say Accra New Town. Wa manyine kakra. Ne afro Lagos Town. Meboa. Mo tira nkanye sa na ne afro. If say na Lagos of Nigeria for nyina Jiafa. Emre bia atwam wo kofi uduro kan hye ne ho awanyadea o ma no mo businesses wo ho mo ye anwuma pa no yi kwofo ne kakra bi ne aka nyina in Nigeria for ana ye ne ade na busia bai no se de bi the economy na kwa kodi Nigeria for ne for which reason there must be some policies that seeks to protect the Ghanaian people. And what was aliens compliance order. Yeah, near a twisty history. Now, as the word says, aliens compliance order. Now, it wasn't an expulsion order. Say, it's a biomun sorin kwane sa mon sorin ko. Uye over TSO, ye pamo Nigeria for so monko. Ya ne kan pamo Nigeria for. Busi aban say. Mo ye ni ade dia mo ba ji o man no. Accra Neutral mo friend Lagos town. Businesses in Yinamaji. Then we need to regulate you people. And for that matter, Wakoye no kofa aliens compliance order. Say the immigration laws of our nation. We want all aliens. Mo free baby aba. Mo be comply with the regulations of our nation. The immigration laws of our nation. So that was the motive of the aliens compliance. It is about now my mudia. And the Amrane war my we are Nigerian new. We are Lebanese new. It wasn't even just Nigerians. Lebanese people had taken over, taken our market. The economy had gone into the hands of the Lebanese and the Nigerians. So Busia sought to protect the interest of the Ghanaian people.
Exactly.
Thereby introducing aliens compliance order by saying that if you will do business, there are certain businesses that has been allocated and protected for the Ghanaian citizens. For which reason, if you are a non-citizen, you cannot venture into those businesses. What was the motive? Protecting the Ghanaian.
Exactly. So,
the whole motive of the aliens compliance order was to protect the Ghanaian citizens.
Precisely.
Why you near the Busia was okay, say me mamubre a certain duration of time for which some mobile na a follow compliance. Compare open citizenship one, Coco Pebi. Say open agree a wine a stay no Coco Pebi. Sometimes Nigeria for no do minor. No mo be say Busia diago. E bra ye de ma wo mo say wo nya ne ade no man timi anye. No say this man follow dia all of you vamus.
Precisely.
No pamo wo mo. It's your aliens compliance order. It wasn't an expulsion order. It wasn't that was sorry and was munyina mo sorry kumkum. One more time was a monfanye bibi ni ade. Na mon kona immigration for and document them. Afa ye didi mu omuso omonya ni na buzia epamu wo mo say ne monko. Na Ghana for honto. Since then, yanena muaba ye mutala time. A Nigeria president ye obetwa mu. 1982. That time oil boom ya ba ma Nigeria no aye bibia ho ne yi. Ana Ghana for ni nyina kwa agegi. If say na Nigeria for na ni akohwe oil no so your friend a Dutch disease no. Wo mo di economy ni be bibre no. Na omumpe teaching any artisanal ni ho awani nya no omumpe. Enti wo mo ye ni ade deck. Ana ko wie se Ghana for na teacher for Ghana for ni mason for Ghana for no artisans ni nyina edwane ko Nigeria. Na Ghana for teacher for no abene. Enti wo mo ko dia na Nigeria for ni ntimi compete with them. Eti by 1982 no na Ghana for no jig Nigeria for ni nyuma na afa ya na the high life by no mbesua ya wan bebre ya na the ko no mbesua hip life is start free azonto start free ni nyina mbesua but we behave like brothers. Nigeria and Ghana wa musu ya no mse se mo baji nyuma dia and Ghana must go late 1982 no mo pamo Ghana for nyina ha and nkonti magu yeso nearby. Since then we've all come to an agreement that we will live peacefully in this country.
So,
and we woke up one day. A certain individual called Igbo Deben Ken, Dr. Izzy Deben. All of a sudden says that I have come to Ghana. I have been made a king of Igbos. And for that reason, I am building my kingdom. What nonsense kingdom is that? Kingdom where? First of all, we are going to look at even assassin also they build the kingdom. Let us look at the position of the law when it comes to the constitution. Does the constitution allow non-citizens to be able to acquire land? Claiming it's our bought lands. You've not bought any land. Even the concept of buying land. There is no way a non-citizen of our nation can buy land. It will be leased to you. And then if I make a constitution in Article 266 near Guardian, what nonsense is that? Then you are imposing yourself on the people. If you want to lead your people, a settler community, there is nothing wrong with it. I was ya so be your hinia. Ya what the constitution it children were your hine. Ya we have Article 277. Near who is a chief in this country. Nemo Miansha Article 2661. Or see no interest in land. Dani Izumi now so Kramama for Nekami. Was she be ana? Dani Izumi no Mukami. We are Nigerian, we are Lebanese. Constitution in the say, my create any interest in land and more freehold interest. Freehold in the say word forever and ever. What's it so Constitution Article 2661 was no interest in land in or right over any land in Ghana shall be created which vests in a person who is not a citizen of Ghana a freehold interest in the alien land Ghana.
Exactly.
So by building kingdom. Then we are say assassin. Me and farmer in perpetuity to any non-citizen of our nation. Which nonsense? It kingdom no building no day. Now that if I go to near reading here, faculty near reading here. Clause 2 say or say an agreement, deed or conveyance or whatever of whatever nature which seeks contrary to clause 1 of this article to confer on a person who is not a citizen of any Ghana any freehold interest or rights over any land is void. It is a freehold a conveyance be a deed of conveyance. You can't deed of conveyance akrata na to asase no. Nasa sakrata no e ma kwan say oh ye dia ma afebo a constitution clause 2 say a void
Precisely.
ye twam and even time a 1992 constitution by 1969 any non-citizen of Ghana be no freehold interest. There was several land titles there were Lodia title, there were usufruct interest, there were common law freehold, there were there freehold. Nina no yes we non-citizen a won kura bi. After the Nyan Article 2663, na yen reading here. The kingdom no building what dear so. Now, where on the 22nd day of a year, August 1969, any person not being a citizen of Ghana had a freehold interest or right over any land in Ghana, that interest or right shall be deemed to be a leasehold interest for a period of 50 years at a peppercorn rent commencing. Peppercorn rent, not even a freehold lease.
More fire.
Commencing from the 22nd day of August 1969, and the freehold reversionary interest in any such land shall vest in the president on behalf of and in trust for the people of Ghana. Also, you have be reversionary interest. See the assassin be na se nipa ni ye mano eye saa de ye kan se nipa ni hua it must reverse to the rightful owner. And you say will be a non-citizen bia or freehold interest in land. By the coming into force of the 1969 Constitution, Sansa Sini you are converting into another interest. That is a year rent. Tienio. They will say Nipani Wua and Kone Makuraho. It will come back to the president. So the reversion in the land will come back to the president. We are lawyer for the Betias. Now, so they may children say, we are Nigerian new, we are Zimbabwe new, we are Lebanese new, and Brana say, see the assassin Mawa. We will give it to you for only 50 years. Even that minus a day. So you can hold it for 49 years. Plus 364 1/4 days. Minus a day. We are for assassin. So we'll be better as my task as a building kingdom. Kingdom no building for 50 years. Are you normal?
More fire.
Now, young Konian shed and for the next clause to so. No man for ready. Also, no interest or right over any land in Ghana shall be created, which vests in a person who is not a citizen of Ghana, a leasehold for a term more than 50 years at any one time. It is as a non-citizen for more than 50 years.
Exactly.
It was what building the condo was to assassin way. Even that it is a leasehold, you lease it to the person.
Precisely.
And so be lease be mawa. So be the assassin mawa. Now say you leasehold a year transaction. Your friend be sublease. When you are subleasing, may the assassin a year akushia. The more akushia person the assassin be ma a year kofi. It's a sublease. You need an express approval from menu a year the original a year owner holding the Alodia title.
More fire.
And yes, idea. You cannot give. It's also about building a kingdom. What 250 plots. That's what the Bible man. You be what the command one. Yes, I go pram him for no. Who are the real owners of the land? They are Lordia title owners, and they also seek permission. So which kingdom is he building? Or building kingdom no way? Because when the assassin be through any other sublease agreement, you are supposed to seek permission from a the go pram owners. So in the kingdom or building the idea. What nonsense is that? And even per the arrangement of a year constitution. Or maybe sit down here. Or here permit from the assembly. After I'm going to build a kingdom and we will name this under this over this. Even naming of roads, you need an express approval from a year the assembly. Then you come here and you want to impose yourself on people. And what kind of nonsense is that? You want to create confusion.
Exactly.
When you impose yourself on the people naturally will rebel. Now you are trying to create some tension which is not there. We have been living with our Nigerian brothers for years. Our Hausa brothers have been here for more than 100 years. Have they come in to say they are creating their Hausa kingdom? Even Nigerians, you have different tribes and your tribal tensions. By the virtue of the fact that you are trying to raise this thing as if Ghana is in support of Igbos against Yorubas, Igbos against other tribes, you will be creating a certain tension in Ghana we are not ready for. And it's a threat to our national security. What kind of nonsense is this? Then you come into our nation. And even when they have told you that what you are doing, it has the tendency of raising tribal tensions. And then there's a video that this guy came to answer. And if you look at the arrogance in which he was speaking, as if he owned the country, saying that what you are saying is a hate speech. Nonsense, my brother. What kind of nonsense is that? Nobody hates Igbos. Nobody hates Yorubas. Nobody hates houses. We are only saying that don't impose yourself on the people. And stop being arrogant. You come to people's land, you disrespect them. And when the people are complaining, you come in and some arrogance. There's a hate speech. And
Good afternoon. By the special grace of God, I'm the chief of Igbo community in Ghana.
Okay, so Danny, hold on. Pause with me. So I'll question asked you a question of whether you're chief of Igbo community or not. There is a case called Rimoshi. The courts have settled that when it comes to say, and conformia to Kotna, a Kotna baby, Essie and Yakandinibia would do manim. Sabaya or Chanakwa will be the Bonia, you bet me a Tracy. A two do America, you were Santa Fohino in New York, you were this, you were that. Sanian and Momu free through her bass and Timemqua, you mosi for him, you were Alaba for him, you were this, you were that. There is nothing wrong with it. So if by any chance you are an Igbo man and there are Igbos in our country, for which reason they've elected you to be their leader, be their leader. And stop this arrogant way of imposing yourself on the people. And now many are just smart work or chance. Where's who or bow a year Igbo hine? But you're not going to do I never was the same. What home am Obiaba or so a hine war man? No bone so hine be. No one for to him. For your smart in the Toda are going to say, dear Nayana So if you are a leader, even that you are not a chief, listen to me properly. Who qualifies to be a chief, Danny? Let's go and educate this guy under Article 277 and let him know who is a chief in our land, what the Constitution requires. Now, when it comes to definition of a chief, per Article 277, in this chapter, unless the context otherwise requires, chief means a person who, hailing from the appropriate family and lineage, has been validly nominated, elected, selected, and installed, and skinned, or installed as a chief or queen mother in accordance with the relevant customary law and usage. So you are not a chief. And Rimosi case has established that.
Exactly.
That it's not a chief properly so called. When you are a leader of a settler community, you cannot call yourself a chief.
Precisely.
Then let's go to section 63 of the Chieftaincy Act. That is Act 759. What it says. If somebody is not a chief and a person calls himself a chief, it is an offense per section 63 of the Chieftaincy Act. A person who acts or performs the functions of a chief when that person is not qualified to act. Being a chief assumes a position that the person is not entitled to be by custom. You have committed a crime. So you cannot be calling yourself a chief in our nation. Talk less of saying that you are a king. What nonsense king is that? My brother, don't come to our nation and show us some disrespect. We are not timid and cowards like that. Don't do that. We want to live peacefully with our brothers. I sometimes even feel like the Igbos have the same spirit as that of Asantis, because they are very dominating characters. Whenever they get to any place, they are very dominating. So I like my Igbo people. You get a point. For which reason, at some point, even people used to call me Chinodu Nkedieze 111. My friends used to call me that. So don't come and create tensions between us when there is none. Imposing yourself, I'm the king of Igbo, and nonsense. If you are a leader of the settlers community, shut up and be the leader. And stop this arrogance of I am the chief, king of Debe. Kingdom where? We have fought for lands already. Ningo Pram, it belongs to families.
Precisely.
So where are you going to build your kingdom? And who is going to allow you that? Are you waging war? The only way you can do that is by war of conquest. Have you fought in any war? Who is going to allow you to build a kingdom? Where did you fight? Where did you fight to get kingdom? My friend, stop this nonsense. You are a brother, but stop this nonsense. Don't come to our land and begin to show on our face some arrogance, as though we are some coward and timid people, for which reason you can walk in and do anything you like. You need to stop calling yourself a king. You are not a king. You are not even a chief.
So,
tell them.
Don't do this. We want to live with our Nigerian brothers in peace. We love them. They love us equally. All of a sudden, you are trying to show some tensions and all that. Now to the Interior Minister, if by any means possible, this guy is going to raise tensions between us and Nigerians, and the people are not happy. The Ghanaian people are not happy. So if this guy is going to raise, please, I don't know whether he is even a citizen of our nation. I learned he's been here since 1995. If you have been here since 1995, the assumption is that you've been able to acquire some citizenship in terms of being a Ghanaian. Even that, the Citizenship Act, 2000, it shows who qualifies to be a Ghanaian. Whether you can speak properly a native language. And Igbo language is not part of our language. So we are telling you on authority, Interior Minister, if it's possible, deport him. You shouldn't come and raise any tension between us and Nigerians. We love our Nigerian brothers. Your arrogance and your stupidity cannot raise any tension between us. If you are the leader of Igbos, shut the fuck up and be leader of Igbos. Don't be calling Ghanaians and say, I have honored you, I have titled you, gift you, carrying yourself as if you own the land. You don't own any land. You don't own any land. Even on one case, any brothers from a year, Kumasi, and any Bofidio and the brothers from Kumasi.
Igbo controversy, Igbo saga that's going on in Accra. Ghanaian youth protesting in Accra. I don't know when it happened, whether it was new or whether it was just an old video. But our stand here in Kumasi, Ashanti region, is that we owe our allegiance to the Otufo Osei-Tutu II, the Ashanti Hine. Igbos don't have king in Ashanti region here, and we don't recognize anybody as the king of Igbos in Ashanti region. In any part of the world, there must be Igbo community as a kingship of Igbo. In Ghana here, we are not part of it because we have our king in Ashanti region. That is Otufo Osei-Tutu II. And we are making everything possibly best not to allow this protest or this any of these things come to Ashanti region here. So it's my advice to Ghanaian youth: you have to think before you act. Igbo controversy, Igbo saga that's going on in Accra. Ghanaian youth protesting in Accra. I don't know when it happened, whether it was new or whether it was just an old video. But our stand here in Kumasi, Ashanti region, is that we owe our allegiance to the Otufo Osetutu II, the Ashanti Hine. Igbos don't have king in Ashanti region here, and we don't recognize anybody as the king of Igbos in Ashanti region. In any part of the world, there must be Igbo community as a kingship of Igbo. In Ghana here, we are not part of it because we have a...
Danny, it's okay. Now let's come in and let me speak directly to you, my brother. What is his name? I learned Dr. Ezie BBB. You are not even, I don't know where you got your doctor title from. Let me tell you, we are a nation of laws. You came into our country. I believe so strongly that every person on the African continent is welcome to our nation for one reason. I am a Pan-Africanist. I believe in the unification of our land as a one people. But until so, when you come to our land, which our forebears fought for, you don't come in and show us disrespect. And when you have shown us disrespect, and the people are calling on you to do the right thing, you don't begin to pull in the hate speech.
Precisely.
That type of hate speech. Then it's a video now. Bring it back and let me speak to him. Say that is xenophobic. So you are trying. Let me speak to him.
Good afternoon. By the special grace of God, I'm the chief of Igbo community in Ghana. Isn't Igbo?
You are not a chief of Igbo. You are the leader of Igbo communities. You are not a chief. Stop calling yourself that. You are not, and you can never be. The Rimosi case is very assertive on that. You are not a chief, because there is no bloodline in Ghana here that you come from as a chief, as a royal. There is no ethnicity in our nation called Igbo. Now, when you happen like that, even when you are dead and gone, you'll be creating chaos between the Igbo communities on our land, because you'll be willing it to your kid. Whereas when it comes to leadership of this nation, it is by election. So don't be calling yourself a chief of this, chief of that. You are a leader of the Igbo community. If they've elected you, shut up and be like that and stop this nonsense.
I had the same story. A lot of people have been calling me, sending me links from Amma Ghana. He's called Amma Observer, and a certain guy also called Nitete. Nitete speaking Ghana, and Amma speaking English. And I've been watching those links people have been sending to me. I ignored them. The reason why I ignored them.
See the exhibition of arrogance, as if he owns the people. My brother, you don't own anybody in this country. I'm telling you. We love our Igbo brothers, but don't begin to create these kind of divisions and arrogance. It will erupt a bad energy in the Ghanaian people. When it does, there will be tension. And I'm saying to the Interior Minister, if the actions of this guy is going to cause chaos between us and our Igbo brothers, deport him. Let him go to his country. If you have given him citizenship by registry, we can revoke that citizenship and take him to his land. Don't come and create any nonsense between us and our brothers from Nigeria. What is that?
Saying it's never true. How come a blogger will sit down to say that Igbo king in Ghana bribed Ghana Traditional Council for them to induct?
So let's put it on record. Pause there. Let's put it on record. The Ghana Traditional Council has released a statement. You should stop calling himself like Igbo king. And I think it is in order. Thank you, the Ghana Traditional Council. Ningo Pram for also issue statement. Minister of Interior, deport this guy. Deport him. Because he will create chaos between us and our Igbo brothers. Deport him. Deport him. We want to live in peace with our Nigerian brothers. We want to live in peace with our Yoruba brothers. Whether you are Igbo, whether you are Yoruba, whether you are Hausa, we want to, whether from Warri, wherever you are from, we want to live in peace with our brothers from Nigeria. Don't begin to bring this superiority complex over us. What kind of superiority complex is that?
Diaspora throne in Ghana. How can somebody who say that the Igbo chief in Ghana and all the Igbos are 419, that we used 419 system to bribe the council for them to induct us? First of all, that is a hate speech. Secondly,
okay, so hold on. So you see what he's trying to do. That is a hate speech. So he's trying to incite the brothers, the Nigerian brothers, for them to think that there is Ghanaians raising hate speech. Listen, this guy is a very dangerous character. We can't have him in our nation. He's a very dangerous individual. This is not hate speech. This is you disrespecting the people. This is you being in the face of the people. And the people are calling on you to stop being in their face. Stop imposing yourself on them. And you say it is a hate speech. Who the hell do you think you are? My brother, who the hell do you think you are? You come to our land, and when you are disrespecting us, we tell you that you are disrespecting us, and you say it's a hate speech. Which hate speech? Stop this disrespect. Our forebears fought for the land that we live on. Where were you when our forebears were fighting for our lands? And you come in and we are telling you that what you are doing, you create tribal tensions. And you say it is hate speech. Who the hell do you think? What superiority complex are you suffering from? Now let's move on. Let me listen to him.
The entire Igbo community and the entire Nigerians.
No. Nobody is talking about the entire Igbo community. Don't make it about entire Igbo community. Don't make it about entire Nigerians. Make it about you and your arrogance. Make it about you and your superiority complex. Don't rope in entire Igbo community. Don't rope in entire Nigerian community. These antics and theatrics, we've gone past that nonsense. We don't have any problem with any Igbo. We don't have any problem with any Hausa. We don't have any problem with any Yoruba. We don't have any problem with any Nigerian living here legitimately. But you can't come in and begin to suffer from superiority complex and say, I'm the king of Igbo and hate speech. Who the hell do you think you are? We are men, we are not cowards, we are not women. Now move on, let's listen to him.
She and Tete is saying what they don't know about. Number 4 is a hate speech that can even cause xenophobia.
Okay. You see. Mutaka, I think you must take cue. This guy must be deported. Honorable Mutaka, with the greatest of respect, deport this guy. So when he says xenophobia, said ye was South Africa, na ye pamo Nigeria na Ghana for shisho. Now this guy is drawing our minds that because we are calling him to order, then it is xenophobia. He's going to cause xenophobia. It is your reaction and the way you are getting in the face of the people that has the tendency of causing xenophobia. You are suffering from superiority complex, my brother, and you better be one. We don't care. Listen. When you come to Ghana, you do what the law says. We are not me. I'm not like Captain Smart who follows the money. It's about the money for. Don't do that nonsense on our lands. We love Igbos. We love Yorubas. We love Nigerians. I have a lot of friends who are Nigerians. Don't begin to use your superiority complex to cause chaos. And it's about you. There's no xenophobia anywhere. It's about you and the way you are behaving.
Exactly. So tell him in the face.
If you're a leader, be a leader of the Igbo community. If you want to do your own meetings, do so. If at some point you want to do something nice to reintegrate all of them, do so. Don't come in this complex. We are going to build our own kingdom. We are going to build our own school, our own food, our own this. Then somebody was talking about Chinatown. When was the last time Chinese people said, we are going to build our kingdom? If the Yorubas or Igbos want to live in a certain community, peacefully live there. It is your problem. Must you come and shove that in the face of the Ghanaian people? If your brothers want to buy lands and live in the same community, what has that got to do with us? But don't come and shove it in our face with this arrogance that we are going to build and name it after our ancestors. Did your ancestors fight for any land in Ghana? That you want to name roads after them? We named road after Talewa by Balewa because he did something for Ghanaians. What has your ancestor done for Ghanaians? Stop this nonsense. Now let me call on our Nigerian brothers. Ghana for you guys should not. Nobody should use this as a means of hating on any Nigerian. Nigerians, as every human being, you'll find bad people in there.
Exactly.
You'll find good people in there. And because Nigerians have the numbers, their population is very huge. So the likelihood that if you are finding criminals in Nigeria, you'll find 10 criminals and find 1 in Ghana is high. Because their population is very huge. So if you meet Nigerians, the same way if you're looking for good people, you'll find good people, 10 good people in Nigeria, and you'll find 1 good person in Ghana because of numbers. So nobody should start tagging Nigeria for your criminals. Please, we are one people. Just that this person cannot create any tribal tension. Mutaka, please look through his documents and if possible deport him. Let them re-elect somebody else to take over the leadership. Period. Danny, on Farasam song. Kasi ya nkola ni ukruma. Na captain swa utiri say you akoko to us we nshira una. Mom no ma dwene sa sa wa ni shemu se de yo. Ade ba no. Just Jesus can come.
Ote de obeko.
Kwa we ni.
Ote pe obeduru. Sa papa.
Memfa problem ma.
Obi
General.
Oyene.
Menya na men sorry. Mo se bia kam.
Ba kwa kamu.
Ade ya.
Bia kam.
Dia na kam yi.
Yesi Gonja Roberts.
Gonja Roberts. Say first na ya che ma first. No mo call ye no. Gonja Roberts aba. Omatiesi. Ofina mini hwe kan. General. One is from me. Ghana for. Almost men can Ibrahim Mahama Koje. Okay, so you show video we. Danny. 3 months ago, and I'm a cancer same way. I'm a cancer moon team. Be a material can be answered no correct. Danny bo video now 3 months ago. Rebecca Chair Ghana for so almost shared you maybe. If you go to I was your most of me candy. And then I'm a
What kind of
so 3 months ago, Munti's video, Munti. They say Obi planning baby. Then come be a coso. Omudi brigand of one is woman. And I'm a child of the entire a whole a year I see of Minerals Commission. Near Truaberry, near Pomopomoncrofo. Now you see the Jan one and Pamono, and young one was a Samijan fee. Na Samijan few communications and Diaba expert par excellence. At the party anymore for 8 years they are communicating. Yam for communications who we are and yes PMMC na Kotra. Only a gold board over. Na Sami who go gold board so. Our bra act no a buy a setting up Samijan PMMC no. A money to me on the setting gold board. And then we are the Bako Forestry Commission. Kobi. It now no me beka ya Ghana flag in yellow no, which is the gold. Me beka wansem. So share no mo dia yisi atena ba bi oteno cause game bi be koso no mo we agree na we Ghana flag ni mu which is the forestry belt and we mo ba ye your friend papa bi Dr. Hughes Brown Ekuonaba na ni year executive secretary forestry services our forestry commission omo ba ye omo elevate no from a year executive secretary to see acting CE chief executive and it constitution no onim say forestry commission Minerals Commission, and who hears so much say or share parliament get say, or moon forming forestry commission, or moon forming a year minerals commission. Na Jomama ya DB. We need your baby on forming constitute, on forming commission, you know, and was say acting. There is no commission or the acting CEABA. It be force a forestry commission by the Jumano. SCA board, governing board, consisting of these people. But we need the obeying one for governing board name and so why acting a chief executive. So if you want to see how dangerous the plan is, in the next base 6 months to 8 months, see a Benya forest entry permit here. Say I see a Bema a year concession. No my concession one, a Beko forest munyasa, also been a forest entry permit. Now when a baboy I made me execute one, use brown bet me a boyana, and your water now. Nediatin Yasha said me. I see the Minerals Commission, Dr. Hughes Brown, the Forestry Commission. You walk out to go do and it do a entry permit to the forest. A year one more. The make order say. And only a year I see Dr. Hughes Brown a year. Now, when you are na ye kwa kope gold no ese de koma obi ne ye ko create a gold board no one da no o me ba be hye Sami Gyamfi ase eti no mo Sami Gyamfi na oversee the creation of the gold board o me ba be hye na se. First of all, the Kasha National Aseya, gold no, PMMC Kofi, and I pay the act na establish PMMC no. One more you manage to check the period, and the Aseya, the Kasha Aseya, export or more export gold no. PMMC more export gold, and as Sami Gyamfi say, or gold board in the national Aseya, that means you have a good PMMC no. After Sami Gyamfi say, the gold board is going to be the sole buyer of gold in the whole country. The danger in what they are trying to do there, you guys are not seeing it. Imagine see a better person. Not the gold of this nation. Cocoa board. It is a one now to way. The entire cocoa for and here and it's a cocoa board or world price market here. You open what they make. Okay, so it's say no we na mo kam no sa small scale miners na mo kam it man kan kire mo say Sami Gyamfi kwaje world price market here. You open what they bebre mo and I must say world price market for good 13,000 but the mamu 8,000 it's minya day dani kosobo no munti kosobo Mahama no so oba be research no ono so oba be search up gold board which will behave like cocoa board. I want the better gold the wa Ghana nyina it na we a gold exporter who need to me so okoton gold wa mo no ne it is so kokoje a world market price of gold ba the open what they be ma wo obi ade no mo ye no it is so dangerous it bedru ba bi ukasa okoton wa gold na wa anton ama abanya it is against the law you bet you said you no okoton koko wo kodi gwa ye chewo no and the entire here koko akuyafo Danny possible professional Danny enya na govi general enya na Sami Gyamfi akote task force so de bechiche mamfo oso wo gold wo dem obechiche me kan wait 3 months ago akosu ya manka e kan 3 months ago afi Musa ntie Ibrahim Mahama de na me kan 3 months ago enkomo bi koso leakage ba ha me ka kire mu si ya hyehyɛ wie na afi mamfo ni di matem afi muntie baby am kan Ibrahim Mahama asem muntie and obi see a gold nyina wo beto no wonder say Ibrahim Mahama nye interested in our bauxite bio afi ye be gold ni nyina aboa no okay eti me kanya asasam ogovi me kanya asasam me di be sie na me ka say no wonder say Ibrahim Mahama nye interested in our bauxite bio if say na minim di minim afi Musa Ibrahim Mahama de okoje black voter go a year bia no ye benya $5 billion a free one ese ko Ibrahim Mahama company botum ani yesi o mo Jeffrey ho ahwan sam azuma fa ho ahwan fo sam anya no ne hia me manfo ne seka de chebe kan bi menka de be sade mo peno no Ibrahim moni bibi damai mines no so Ibrahim wi ageka ho wate mesrawa awaso Ibrahim awaso bauxite wi ageka ho wate je manfo no je ni nyina wo wi anyina hini de yan fa ma no ko bi se we no general ba ko ne de adwoma ma e be fra ban mu no de ma no ana adwoma ma koda dweno no se da bi ma anya ne ntem na me be fra ban mu a awe ya ne ansa fa ma ne we wo de man the beginning of na mamu so we won train ma be yes ya Jeffrey nse eti we no de gold ni nyina ma no na Ibrahim wada ma ji go face de ne ka ho je Newmont de ka ho se manfo no agimi nti wogia na wochena no ma Legonfo cement mienu ni aboye nsema ma hwia wogia na wochena no wire eye doctor akola bia ni sayara de ko na manfo na bo mu sem hwia oyade kobi Ibrahim den Ibra chauffeur eno sa wo wi na manfo no wakotwi ne brother kakra na manfo no age wa ahoro Brazil na wo kobi na nya Ibrahim ina ne company J sika free merchant bank no ntia ma merchant bank gu ye be ye UMB enya Ibrahim company na man for the refi na kanya asem ne yenka Ibrahim Mahama say sa company ni ade ne company na je o mato black voter ne be Yes, sir. Now, a career sales $100 million. From 2022, when Yesikano and Mamma for no time I had to forcing Echo board the sewer, Echo was a year, a bank of investment. Yadeko Yan win $100 million. Nay, then I said, Bisa Okopabusi or bank here. Gobi, Ibrahim Mama Oscar, no Oscar, no Oscar. And so $100 million loan from 2022, no. Nensan on his own merit. So send a brother be a president. So say to force him be a I feel most me mekandie. Miniheka, why? Miniheka. Ibrahim, aluminium no. Jinina. What?
Ibra collect.
Ibra, we are not talking about Kwacha Zuma Nelson. When you are tortured Zuma Nelson, General, when you are tortured Zuma Nelson, man for no bomb, some share. Now, Obejo $5 billion a year. No, you won't get in Kitty Chelly go for. Echo be any, Echa one here. No one near J. My granity say,
Ibragadabra.
Ibra collect.
Ibrahim Amosko. Oscar Ibrahim Oscar, no Oscar, no Oscar. 300 million or so loan or the company Universal Merchant Bank. Then I didn't see. Me na Bromi market for ne so say ne businessman bia no ode ne botumska into okoji loan na loan no ka ba koji a ye hwe investment ne ya hwe sika wo ne ya de bia to so ma say ni loan na Ibrahim Mahama wo sika ye so more than 700 million in asset no open loan $100 million. No, you said a brother Baba and son and said to me, Chauffeur. Yes, Ibrahim Mahama was a private jet. But in a private jet, and the boy say, yet Yana and 1 year so could to be. Send one toy. Na private jet and a crowd to be a boy at $3 million. Near Tetonga Kranka, in two betri, to Mam for no who. Ibrahim, minute come, Fanina,
Ibrahim collects.
We are in Kakra Momo. Why? Social media for Momu Kakra.
Na encounter free journalists.
No,
I bet now. Yeah, pay as you go for.
It's more than a sign and network. So when you said they should come back, what were you expecting? You're in a box site, no? I found one more shaba fanu. Where they go to no moje. Say na no damai di omaje. Ana a black vote omaje. Ibrahim and stop you ho. Genuine. And your mama say for your mama yi to so. Or say it is time that Ghanaians will own the gold. Now won't to me no ya contamine in Ufra Azerbaijan. Your mama won't to me Ufra Azerbaijan and now we're Kutonu. Mon can correct. Your mamma can correct, and when you ask Mudins in Murachi. Now, for young Kotie, as some of your mamma kind. Your mamma say, a Kufuado can say he's too old to be corrupt. Because no, him saying you are not very Danny, you change your mama on that. Now, for your tearia, my baby says, your mama, one day we are mouth. Your mama say, Ekuonaba say he is too old to be corrupt. Precisely. Because he knows that his brothers will steal for him.
Exactly.
John Ekaye. Nyamena meka. Na fe yebusa your mama so say why na ewiama wo. Say no na so obi enua be wiama. Now this time around why na ewiama wo.
Ask him.
Question.
Ask him.
Asem na hane wo.
Yohane no.
Your Excellency, respectfully, Mameka se minchiro. Abana ye de ball techino. What the can dia ball baako. Ana wakwa ba. Ana wonsua hwe. Na wo ye de wo ye na. Ne bedru na mpuruka awi aba no. Ti wo ye de grader ana be fa so.
Exactly.
Chi na maka wo no. Danny, video na ede tutu so last one page so no. Search for the one that your mama ka say Ekuonaba the sini nuanom na be wiama no. Me musa your mama say wono no ho na ewiama no. Mon kan no correct.
Question of
Danny, hwe page so.
Danny, hwe page so the video is there.
Da ho.
Na fe yentie. Na message your mama yi, me kan sama kire on ne. Me ne hwe kam.
Da bi o.
Opa wiamanfo no a. Fere nyina ma Oba Sharaf. Fere nyina ma Ibrahim Mahama. Na nipa mienu na de wa mamu ne be kwa wiye. Oba Sharaf ene onua Ibrahim. The people are sleeping, so they can't see. But when finally they get awakened, the same way Agabi Ochedako, Bumpty, and no more Maka, Emma Kufuado, Memoni, said, yeah.